Hi everyone! In this video, I will show you how to include a glossary of devices in your discovery menu. In previous videos, we have seen how to create a discovery in senhasegura and how to set up a scan. We know the discovery is used to find devices, whereas the scan is used to find credentials and other groups within the devices listed by the discovery. And as you can see, I have already discovered and imported a device, but it's using the Microsoft Windows glossary. In my case, it had already been created in previous discoveries, but if this is your first time using this tool, it will be automatically created. But what is a glossary anyway? First, you will always find your glossaries under Discovery, Settings, Device Glossary. As expected, the Microsoft Windows glossary is listed here. Let's click the Edit button to understand it a bit better. Great, here is the glossary. The first field brings the name that helps us identify this glossary, whereas the ID string will be used to identify it when scanning a device. The glossary setup lets us know the features of devices and credentials to be imported in a discovery or scan process. As we know, when Discovery identifies a device, we can import this device into senhasegura either manually or automatically, and the exact same thing can be done for any scanned credential. After importing a device, what will be its characteristics? Well, this is what a glossary is for. In this screen, we can establish that all devices imported as Microsoft Windows will always be assigned to the default site. It will be a server. The vendor will always be Microsoft, and I will select Windows 10 as the product. Done, the device is all set up. That means that all imported devices will be configured like this when added to senhasegura. How does it work for credentials? Scans might identify both default and privileged credentials. In the case of default credentials, I want them to be local users, but privileged credentials will be assigned as a local administrator. Why is that important? You can create password policies in senhasegura which are often connected to this type of data. That is, I can have a password policy that changes the password of local administrators every day, while changing the password of local users every 5 days only. After deciding on the best configuration for devices and credentials, we can choose to enable automatic password changes. All you have to do is select an execution plugin. In case of local credentials, I can use the Windows RM plugin, and then choose a password template. I'll choose HTTPS based on port 5986. If needed, I can also add an access credential for authentication procedures. That means to change a password, we need a second credential to log into the device and change the local administrator's credentials, for example. We can add a credential with the right level of permissions, or use this very credential to authenticate itself and change passwords. Here we set up device connectivity, as well as extra domains we may choose in this glossary registration form. Done! This is how we configure a glossary in senhasegura, and thank you for watching.